new Maggie Gyllenhaal directed film starring BAFTA
Jesse
winner.
Buckley.
Yeah, BAFTA winner, basically won everything. Jessie Buckley. This will be coming out Oscar week, so yes, probably will.
Probably won the Oscar.
Touchwood, don't jinx it. Looks like she'll be winning the Oscar. So yeah, so the Letterboxd description is: here comes another effing bride. A lonely Frankenstein travels to 1930s Chicago to ask groundbreaking scientists Dr. Euphronius to create a companion for him. The two revive a murdered young woman, and the bride is born. But what ensues is beyond, and what ensues is beyond what either of them imagined. So, Jack, do you want to talk us a bit about the film and your initial thoughts?
So I thought The Bride was alright. I think the script needed a few tweaks. I didn't like some of the choices they made, but I do think I respect the film for being bold. Like, it was really like trying to do its own thing. And yeah, enjoyed that part. Yeah, I didn't like the cinematography. What do you think of the cinematography?
I thought it was all right.
I didn't like it. I thought the color grade made everything look cheap.
Fair enough. No, I think I like the production design. So maybe, yeah. So I think maybe that the color grade didn't highlight it all. But then again, though, like I don't know. Should the color grade be like vibrant or for that type of film? Or I think the color grade maybe is a bit off. But I mean,
it's trying to do two things. Trying really bright and really dark at the same time. It just makes us really like inclusive, sort of. I don't know what I want to be.
Fair enough. Yeah, I thought it was all right. What did you think of the What do you think of the editing? I think it was off at times. I think some of the shots went on a bit too long, some of them a bit too quick.
The editing was all right. I was more focused on cinematography than the editing.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
I didn't like the bit with Mary Shelley. Like, I didn't really like it.
I hated that. I was already gonna say, is that a spoiler to mention?
No, I mean, on her character page it says that she plays Mary Shelley, so
yeah, I know. Sometimes it's like that can be a spoiler or something.
Yeah, no, it's fair. But it's like my biggest problem with it is she wouldn't exist in this world if she is the author and has created these characters.
That's what was really annoying me. I was watching. I was like, I thought like when she appeared at the start, I was like, fair enough, makes sense.
She's gonna introduce us to the story.
But when like Jessie Buckley started acting like Mary Shelley, I'm like, okay, nah, this can't happen. She's the author of Frankenstein. No, I also didn't like. I noticed when Frankenstein appeared, I was going like, why did she not recognize him as Frankenstein? She literally wrote him.
I know. But that's the thing. Like, why is she being haunted by someone that doesn't exist in this world and that she would not know exists?
Exactly, yeah, because Frankenstein's a real person. It's not a story. That's what it was really bothering me. I was like,
do you know what?
like
to be fair, this is going off topic, right? Not off topic in terms of this, but in terms of like another point about the film. So do you know what? I enjoyed the journey it takes you on. I enjoyed these two characters going rampage. So it's inspired by the 1935 film The Bride of Frankenstein, which is directed by James Whale, who did Frankenstein, The Invisible Man, The Old Dark House. And basically, it follows Frankenstein, who creates, who basically, like I said, goes and wants to have a companion. So he goes to this doctor who revives an old woman called Ida something. I have it written down here. It is it just says Ida. So she goes and brings her up from dead. Obviously, he goes, "Oh yeah, you had an accident." Blah blah blah. But she was sort of like a. I'm just going to Google this just to make sure I get it right. She was kind of like a flapper type of person in like 1920s, 1930s, big American city. So she was sort of like that, and then she falls and dies. And anyway, so Jake Gyllenhaal was in it. When I saw the trailer, I originally thought he was in a cameo because it's not really listed anywhere in the marketing. If it's Jake Gyllenhaal, you list it on the marketing, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I thought he was gonna be it for 5 minutes max.
Yeah. He had a pretty sizable role, so he plays Ronnie. I think it's Ronnie Reed.
Yeah.
He plays Ronnie Reed, who is a sort of like he's a big sort of film star, does these like dancing, like sort of tap dancing, and Frankenstein is obsessed with him. So he loves to go to the Ronnie Reed pictures. And anyway, so Frankenstein and the Bride go on basically a rampage around American cities, and just go a bunch like kill people, not like intentionally, but they kind of go places, and because they're wanted for being monsters, then they're sort of not defending themselves, but they're being attacked and they're killing people and all this and all that. So it's sort of like a link, and then they're being hunted by the secretary, who is sort of like a detective played by Penelope Cruz, and also and Peter Skarsgård, who's Detective Jake Wiles, who's basically investigates them. I thought their dynamic was really good. I thought that was really good. I'll be honest. Yeah.
What do you think of Christian Bale's Frankenstein?
Yeah, I thought it was good. I thought it was good, to be honest.
Yeah, I like him too.
I think he's a good. Co-star. Obviously, the film's not about him, but everyone knows Frankenstein, so I think he does good in the way of, sort of not taking on the spotlight. But then again, though, and I was thinking this, and this isn't Christian Bale problem. This is a problem with the script. I sometimes, at times, forgot this was a movie about the Bride because of how much Frankenstein was in this, which isn't inherently a problem, but I think that it kind of made. Yeah. But then I think Christian Bale did a good job of sort of trying to weave that down and be a good companion piece to it.
I felt like Jessie Buckley was all right. She was doing good. The script, I just didn't like her character. I just didn't like that whole Mary Shelley. That ruined everything. I felt like
I didn't like the Mary Shelley, but I like the characters.
I only like Ronnie Reed, the Peter Skarsgård, and then Christian Bale. They're the only characters I do care about.
I liked Ida. I liked Christian Bale, but I have to say my favorite characters were Peter Skarsgård and
Jake Gyllenhaal.
Yeah, Jake Gyllenhaal and Penelope Cruz. I thought the detective thing.
I kind of fanboyed when I saw Peter Skarsgård because Peter Skarsgård and Jake Gyllenhaal did a film called Jarhead, and they did that together.
Oh yeah,
and now they reunited, and I'm like,
oh nice. Yeah. I like that this was. You can tell it was from the vision of Maggie Gyllenhaal. You can tell that. You can tell that this wasn't just corporate slop. And this is my review, and it was pretty much. I'd rather watch this any day of the week than watch corporate slop. And it's exactly what I think. I think that you either like it or you don't, and you can watch this, and it's messy. It has lots of issues that we've discussed, but it's a good. I won't say original because it's not, but it's an original interpretation and retelling of a classic story from a unique perspective from the director and writer. And I think that I cannot help.
Did she write this?
Yes.
Okay, I thought she didn't for some reason.
Wrote and directed.
Yeah, no, I think a few tweaks of the script this song could have been great. Or even just fun.
I was very excited for this. I didn't know any ratings before I watched it. Didn't really know anything. I just heard it was good. Didn't watch any reviews. I still haven't really. And yeah, I went into it. There was problems with it, but overall it was a good time. Fun.
I'm going to ask you a question that I feel like we have to ask. Jacob Elordi as Frankenstein, or as the creature, or Christian Bale. I gave it's hard to answer because it basically played two different ballparks.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Obviously Frankenstein but in both films, Frankenstein isn't the main character. What I mean by that, obviously,
and he isn't a monster.
Yeah, in GDT's Frankenstein, it's very much Oscar Isaac is the central character, and it's about him creating Frankenstein.
Yeah.
Whereas I think in this, it's again Frankenstein's not the central character, but this time the film isn't about Frankenstein, it's about Frankenstein's creation. So they're both about creating a character, but it's not the same character, if that makes sense.
Yeah, no, it
But
does.
I think again they're two different things. It's kind of hard to say that one was
Yeah, it
better
is.
than the other because they're completely different.
They're also two different time periods because
Exactly, yeah.
Because Del Toro is just born. Like his Frankenstein's just born, and
Yeah.
has only been alive for a few months. While Maggie Gyllenhaal's Frankenstein has been around for what 100 years, was it? They say
Yeah,
how old
100
he is,
years.
but it's on 100-ish years.
What would you say is better? I'm just going to flip that question on you.
I prefer Jacob Elordi. I found him more interesting.
Mm.
I also
I think-
felt like I liked how transformative that performance is.
Yeah, that's what I was
Like,
about to say. Yeah.
Was like I literally have an image of Christian Bale up right now as Frankenstein. It's just Christian Bale, a few scars,
Yeah,
and
That's what I'm saying.
faults on. Like you know that's Christian Bale. But
Yeah.
with Jacob Elordi, you don't think I some people say that you can tell it's Jacob Elordi. I don't. I can't.
Can I ask you a question? This is a bit
Yeah.
off topic, but you know how when she's obviously being possessed by Mary Shelley, she speaks in like a posh English accent?
Yeah.
Do you think that took you out when she just started randomly speaking all posh English? Do you think that took you out at times because that was the parts in which she was possessed?
It took me
'cause
out
that-
because it took me out because it was Mary Shelley, a
Mm,
real person
yeah.
in a fictional world with
Mm.
fictional characters. That's what
Mm.
really took. Not the voice was like.
It took me to like halfway through until I realized that that was Mary Shelley possessing her, and that's why she was speaking all posh. I thought she was just doing that because she was random all of a sudden, but no.
That's fair.
Yeah. So what would your final rating be out of 5?
The Bride is a 3-star for me.
I'm gonna go exactly the same, 3-star. Like I said, I'd rather watch this than Corporate Slot, but it has its issues and it's a good time.